given the short that I just let out saying that we were looking at $86,000 or $82,000, I can't remember. It's like 80 something thousand dollars a year. Blowing my mind that it's going to cost me that much to run my rig. And it's one of those things where the things that you have to take into consideration, my insurance is so high because I had let my license go for a number of years because I didn't care. And I was taking public transport around town, or I hired a driver. I mean, it was the easiest thing in the world. But now I want to travel more, so I got my license back. I got it back. And it's classified as a new driver. I'm not new. But anyway, that's one of the reasons why the insurance was so high. So given how expensive that is to run the rig that I currently have, you can only imagine just how much of a need I have to shop at Dollarama. Anyway, if you're not Canadian, you don't know Dollarama, just go to Dollar General, Dollar Tree, whatever you want. It's dollar store is really what it is. It's a dollar store. So it's really popular here in Canada. It's a great place to go. It's a lot of fun. And they have great stuff there. So I only showed you a couple things, but I'm also going to go to IKEA. I'm going to show you some of the things that are there as well. And it's going to be absolutely fabulous. It's going to be tons of fun. And we're going to show you all kinds of stuff that's great for your RV and great for any kind of travel, whether you have a big or a small rig, a residential fridge or a small one, like it doesn't matter. We'll have all kinds of stuff for you. Anyway, stay tuned. We're going to show you all kinds of great stuff, and maybe there'll even be a bonus at the end. Stay tuned. So here we have some drawer organizers where you got your knife, your fork, your spoon, whatever, however you want to put them, but that's a great idea right there. Organize some of your drawers.
These are also good for the motorhome because then you could put like meat and stuff in there and cook it in your oven, or you could put it on a campfire, or you could put it on a little stove outside, whatever.
And they come in all kinds of different sizes, right? Like you got these little sizes here for, I don't know, you might want to make a cake or something, you make a brownies or something like that, and you can throw them away right after.
And these are good too.
Make cookies. Yes, make cookies. I've heard stories about cookies. Here's another fun thing. You can get these regular toothpicks, or you can get the slightly larger toothpicks that you can apparently put stuff on. Just saying. Okay, here, this looks like a great idea. The sink drying rack. It looks like a fabulous idea. Ask me why it's not.
Yeah, we know why it's not. When it falls into your slide mechanism, it is not a good thing, believe me.
We were just talking, saying that this might be an idea, because if we can put a shelf in the corner, we have a couple of corner cupboards. That might actually be a really good idea. We were just talking about these things here, this right here, because it's a little scrubby pad, right? But it comes on a stick. So the idea is you have a little bit of reach, not a lot of reach, but have a little bit of reach so you can scrub your windows. Because I am a huge fan of scrubbing the windows from the outside. I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's kind of like having one of these little Swiffer type things. It's kind of like that, only not. I think they're a great idea. Marcy, the model, isn't modeling very well, but those baskets right there are super, super handy. These ones, the smaller ones, they're brilliantly handy because the sides are squishy. It's like, here, look, here's one over here, okay? So you can squish, you can mold the sides a little bit, you can move around a little bit, it's great. So when you stick them into cupboards, you can fill the inside of the basket with whatever you want, and then the sides are squishy so you can push it in and out of the cupboard nice and easily. They're a brilliant addition to any RV. So fridge bins, these are fridge bins, these are the bigger ones, and you can get the smaller ones here, but the idea is you put all your condiments in here, right? So you put your ketchup and your mustard and your mayonnaise, whatever, you put your condiments in here, and you can actually keep them organized so they don't rattle around in your fridge, and you don't need fridge bars. Here we have some smaller ones, even smaller than before, even more shallow, I should say. And then we have some of these storage organizers right here. These are also brilliant. So the idea is you can use this in your medicine cabinet. You can use this beside your bed. You can use them for all over the place. Look, here's even some that are way skinny. Use them on your desk, use them on your whatever, use them wherever you want. Anywhere you could use storage, this is your thing. This is what you want to do. Folding baskets down here, these are a brilliant idea as well.
So here we are at IKEA, and we have just found an ironing board for $8 plus GST, don't forget. Anyway, you can set it on your table, picnic table or whatever, I guess, if you wanted to iron something. I actually have a steam thing, so I would probably take that with me, but this is a really good idea.
Well, it's extra wide, so what you could do...
It actually fits in the closet.
It hangs in the closet. Yes, that is a great feature. But I was thinking it's extra wide, so you can use it on the picnic table if you wanted to when you're serving, so you could put all the condiments up higher.
You could use it as a serving tray, yes.
I think that'd be kind of nice. What do you think, Marcy? It's Marcy approved. So what'd you find, Marcy?
Well, I found these little boxes that we could put in the cubbies. And I don't know if they fold down. I don't think they do. But
Well, they're in your hand, so it looks like they do.
Oh, okay. Oh, duh. Yes. And they come in all different colors. So gray, kind of sage green, and dark blue. So I like those because they are actually kind of squishy. But that won't have everything flying all over the place in your cubby, which is a really good idea. I like these.
And how much are those?
$6.99 each.
$6.99 Canadian.
Well,
So it's like
three.
$1.50 US.
For a pack of 3.
I'm kidding. For a pack of 3 for $7, that's not bad.
I like those a lot.
Excellent.
I found this, and I think this would be a good thing. If it would fit in a drawer in an RV, I doubt it. But I have a big drawer in my top drawer in my bathroom, which is just loaded with all kinds of stuff everywhere. So this will help keep it organized. Hopefully, I could probably fit 2 of these in here somehow. Anyway, I think it's a brilliant idea, and it's only $3.99, so I'm all over it. Or $4.99, maybe. Not quite sure which price, but still reasonable. So I don't know if it would fit in an RV drawer, though. That's the only problem. It's kind of big, but there's smaller ones, I'm sure. I just found these. They're $10, and I think that would be really a good idea to take all your condiments out to the picnic table. You could put all your ketchup. You're running back and forth with ketchup, mustard, relish, all that stuff. You can put it all in one basket and take it out in one load instead of 3 trips.
And the other nice thing is you can actually leave that in your fridge with all the condiments in it, and they're not going to roll around on you as much.
That's true.
So that might be dual purpose. That's really good. And for only $10.
They come in green, pink, and black.
Yes, they do. And white. There you go.
And white. So we just found this really cool little easel. It's got a spot for paintbrushes, and your paper goes in behind. Whoops. There, you put your easel, your canvas on here, and then you can just take it with you. And I believe it is very portable. It just fits into a tiny little box. And it's only, it is
25.
$25. But if you're an artist and you like to paint right away, then this might be the thing to do.
And Marcy does like to paint.
I do like to paint. Okay, so we just found these too, and I think this is kind of a good idea. I don't know if we have enough room in our particular RV, but if you had one that had, a little wider spot when you come in the door, this might be really good. You could throw wet shoes in there. You could put arts and crafts stuff for kids in there. It's got all kinds of possibilities. I kind of dig that, but it won't fit. I was thinking maybe it would fit in our bathroom, but our bathroom is very small, so we couldn't even fit it in there. I would love it, and it's only $20. It would be a great thing to add. I'm just trying to figure out where I could put it, but I don't think we have the room. Anyway, I think that's a really good idea. So another thing that we just found, and I'm really excited about this, because it goes along with the little
The easel.
easel that we just found. You can put all your paintbrushes in here, and then you could roll it up and tie it up. And it would take up a little tiny space in your RV, or you could put kids' pencil crayons in there. I don't know, all kinds of things.
Put my pen collection in there.
Yeah, it's got all kinds of potential. So $6.99. IKEA is the greatest thing for all kinds of deals.
Not that we have terrible lighting. We were just talking about this thing here. Let me move it over here. So the idea is, well, obviously put your phone on here, but it actually goes down here, and it comes all the way up to flat. So you could put it at whatever angle you wanted, and it's got the rubber bottom. You see the rubber bottom there? Anyway, make it fabulous for an RV because you can actually try and do this one-handed, but you can turn it a little bit, and I think it'd be really great to be able to use in an RV. That's what I think. But is it Marcy approved?
I think so. Plus, you've got a spot, a little hook that you could put all your cords on if you wanted to.
Or your headphones?
Headphones would be perfect, yes.
There, we have it. It's Marcy approved.
It is.
Here's an idea that I'm into, because you do this to raise the desk. You go this way, you lower the desk. I mean, the video is shaking. Of course, it doesn't do any justice. It's only $159. That's $160 for a sit-stand desk. I like it, and I love that mat. I'm actually going to get one of those for the kitchen in the RV, and I may actually get this for me at some point, but I'm not sure yet how the whole thing comes apart. So if I can take it apart and I can fold it up, I can store this, then I'm in. Then that's a great idea for me. I was thinking about this one. This one's $250, but it's electric. So I can raise it up. See, now it's not so bad. You can actually see it raising and lowering. $250, electric, from IKEA. I'm not sure that I'd be able to take this apart very often because of all the components and all the extras, but this might be an idea. If I could do it, it would be an idea. This is another bag here that is just brilliant. I happen to have one of these. You got the double zipper so you can unzip both ways and it opens right up. $2. You cannot go wrong with this thing for $2. Storing your stuff, putting stuff in where you're traveling, moving from one to the other, anything like that, it's absolutely amazing. It is, for $2, you can't go wrong. These things up here, these are brilliant. I actually have one of these, not that one with the ring thing up here, but I have one similar to one of these, and they're absolutely amazing trays to pocket dump. Like, you just take your contents of your pocket, you dump it in here, you put your wallet in here, put your watch over here, put your sunglasses back here, whatever the case may be, but you just fill it with whatever you need. I think they're just brilliant. Actually, that is very similar to the one that I think that is the one that I have, actually. Anyway, they're brilliant, they're wonderful, but are they Marcy approved?
Yeah, but they're kind of pricey.
They are a little pricey because they're upwards of $20, $30.
But
See, $20, $30. And you get the bigger ones, and they're going to be obviously a little bit more, but you get the general idea. Like here, this one's $30. 30. I have no idea how much these are. 35 apparently. 35. And they're absolutely brilliant. I love them. It's huge, but I love it. You can get smaller ones if you wanted to, but man, look at the size of that bad boy compared to my hand. Like, they're massive. I absolutely love these things. They're wonderful things to have.
so we just found these things too. They're little bags that you can put leftovers in or whatever, and they're squishy. They're soft plastic, so that they'll mold to whatever you're putting.
Kind of like a silicone bag, made like a Ziploc, but silicone.
Yeah.
And it's got a flat bottom on it, so you can actually stand it up on the counter and put stuff in there.
Yes, I don't know I can't remember how much they were, but they give you the instructions. They're microwavable too, and I don't know, they're kind of cool. They come in different colors.
Could be a good thing.
I also
Yes, you also.
found this, which is
Uh-oh.
a kind of cool little picnic basket thing.
Absolutely.
But I don't know if it's going to stay colder, but I don't know if it's like one of those silver lined bags.
I don't think it is, but still.
But still,
It's a good little picnic bag.
it would stay cooler than probably just a shopping bag, a grocery bag, whatever. And these are actually on sale right now for $9.99. So they're kind of cute. You can put pop in there or whatever for your picnic.
Here's something that we actually have. We didn't get this big of a stack of napkins, but we actually have this where the weight actually holds down on there, and it actually keeps your napkins on this little tray here, and it actually prevents them from blowing in the wind. It doesn't weigh a lot, but it weighs a lot more than the paper, so it holds it down really nicely, and I think that's fabulous. One thing nobody ever really talks about is the drying racks. Look at this one for 10 bucks. 10 bucks, little tiny drying rack, folds up, super nice. I'm more partial to this one, although this one looks crazy big. It's all tied up together. I can't even get the thing out. Okay, wait, nope, there we go. It's like, how big is that for a drying rack? What do I think, Marcy? Is that pretty cool? The sarcasm is awesome! For $45, this is actually not bad. And we have a drying rack similar to this in our RV. And I think it's just a brilliant idea because at some point you're going to do laundry. Unless you want to put a whole bunch of money into a coin-operated machine, you're going to really appreciate this. Right, Marcy?
Yep.
Marcy approved.
Yep.
I'm going to take out a hot second here, and I'm going to talk about these little things. And we have these, okay? We have these ones, this size. These are brilliant for cable management because you just take your cable, right? And you squish it in here, and you take another cable, squish it in here. Brilliant. There you go, there's a picture. This is what you do with them, right? Brilliant, brilliant stuff. I do that for when we have the Starlink running outside. And I run it out through one of these, and then I run it back through one of those, and anyway, I use it for the Starlink. It's brilliant. It keeps everything tidy right at the door. It's a brilliant thing to have. I can't stress that enough. Area rugs. That price is way too high, but area rugs are a great idea, especially for a bigger RV. Smaller RV, smaller area rug. You get the idea, though. See, area rugs, and they're obviously a lot more expensive. Can go for more outdoorsy. You go, that's a little bit more indoorsy. That's obviously indoorsy. There's more than one thing to choose from here. You can even go for the shag if you're into that. The price I like, but not into shag. Right, Marcy? Okay, we're in my favorite section, which is the clearance section, the discount section. The place where we get stuff cheap. And to think we only came in here to look at stuff.
That's the way it always goes.
Yeah. I'm not sure we could hear you on that one, but still.
That's the way it always goes.
All right, so we've got a whole bunch of new things coming up today, and here's the bonus. Men, way back when I was a kid, back in the old days, in the 1900s, used to wear hats like this. And quite frankly, tell me that doesn't look good. That actually looks, maybe not with my outfit right now, my shirt, maybe not, I don't know, but that's a snazzy looking hat. That's a good looking hat. That is not a baseball hat like most people wear. Anyway, what's really coming up, what's really important, what's really new is all of everything is moving. So I'm going to be taking my TV and all of this. Okay, you see it more over here. Okay, so I'm going to be taking this, shoving it all the way down here to the corner. And in this spot, I'm actually going to have what I'm on right now. So that means that this pile of garbage is going to come all the way over here to this end. And I'm going to be doing my video editing here. So I'm going to be doing video editing under the beautiful outdoor skies. And I'm actually going to be having to be able to do videos right here on my desk. And I'm going to try to decorate the background a little better. I'm going to try. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we're going to give it a twirl and see what happens. Anyway, that's what we really have coming up right now. So that was the bonus that we were going to do. is that I'm getting rid of a bunch of stuff. I have a ton of stuff that's up for sale. If you're local to Calgary, hit me up. Don't be shy. Drop a comment down there. I've got a hammock stand. I've got a sled. I've got snowshoes. I've got crap. I've got a whole bunch of crap. I really don't have that much stuff anymore, but I'm getting rid of it because I'm excitedly making some room for a surprise. Spoiler alert. I'm excited. I'm so excited because we found a rig. And again, spoilers, we found it. Nothing is set in stone yet. Nothing is set in stone. But, oh, I'm so excited. I'm excited because if we get this rig, it is a bigger, better, more beautiful rig. It honestly doesn't compare to the old one, or the old one doesn't compare to the new one, however you want to put it, but they're not comparable anymore. They're wildly different. They're very, very different. We have a couple things coming up in some new videos. That's going to be exciting as well. And I'm going to leave this one here because I hope that you enjoyed seeing all the knickknacks and the crap that you can get from all the different stores. And like, you want to get cheap utensils? Go to the dollar store. And if you're in the US, you go to the Dollar Tree, go to the Dollar General. You know where to go. And if you're here in Canada, go to Dollarama. You know what I'm talking about. If you're here in Canada, you know exactly what I'm talking about and you know exactly where to go. But you get the idea. So you go to these places, you get your stuff there, you get your drawer organized, you get your bamboo cutting board, you get whatever. And it's super cheap, it's super great, super awesome. And that way you don't have to have a mismatched set. So if you have a small rig, you go out there, you buy 2 spoons, 2 knives, 2 forks. I mean, how often do you need to do dishes at that point? Like, meh, and it doesn't take up much of anything for room, so who cares? Anyway, do stuff like that, it's great. Go to IKEA for some of the other ideas that we've had. And the standing desk. Oh, I'm excited for the standing desk. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to pull that off. But the idea is going to be in a new and upcoming video. We'll talk about that later. In the meantime, hope you enjoyed the video, seriously. And if you did, leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, subscribe so you don't miss out on another episode of all the fun and shenanigans that we're having over here. And I'll see you again in episode 26. So you take care. Have fun. We'll see you soon.